Alright, we're back with more Fire Emblem.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway.
That's a WoW-sized
20
pauldron.
years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
I'm a bandit.
Great sense of humor, this one. Clearly cut from the same cloth as the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Of course. He seems nice.
What's troubling you,
Why's
Captain?
Geralt being so
You
mean?
aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seiros.
The Knights of Seiros. They do seem rather skilled.
Do they?
Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Geralt, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seiros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? You haven't heard of the Knights of Seiros? The most famous order
No,
of knights in all
I'm
of
very
Seiros.
stupid, Eilgard. Please
Hey,
explain.
You are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Naivete.
Naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Faerghus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning
I
to
will
the
work
kingdom
for
with
whichever
me.
one of you pays me the
Whoa
most.
There. You two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Wow, we have to pick super early. Oh my goodness. Leicester Alliance. That's really funny if you're British, because Leicester's like a really crappy town here. Yeah, we're not going to Leicester. I like the Empire. Land of ancient history. Sign me up.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Ooh, I sense darkness. A little bit of edge on old Dimitri.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again.
I can relate with
I
Sothis a
may be
lot.
sleeping, but
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses.
Well, that was soothing.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Faerghus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once
Why?
consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garreg Mach Monastery.
Well, there's the good.
Ray is here.
wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seiros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
She looks like Sothis,
It
the
has
one
been
on
a
the left.
long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
Also,
I
he
see.
doesn't speak.
My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed.
Thanks.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seiros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
The music in this game is beautiful. Looks like I have another soundtrack to listen to.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seiros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well. Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Oh my.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Damn, she's a savage.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Seteth. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who
he's got an overly trimmed beard, you can't trust him.
Years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Seteth, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Well, I have no idea how we're a professor. I mean, I did pretty well on my GCSEs, I guess, but... And I know one combat art, that's good, right? It does... I'm not sure whether he's meant to be drawing a sword or dancing. Alright. I love the animated cutscenes, they're so good. Good camera angle.
Of course.
Alright, so while exploring the monastery, move the camera with the stick, sure. Oh, we have a run option. Excellent. If you're unsure of what to do next, look to the left side of the screen. Sweet. Cool. See you later.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
See, now I don't want to do it because Seth has told me to.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Alright.
May I ask a favor of you?
Oh. You have to, okay. I have to press A on the marker, apparently. You can't just run through the door.
That's so.
Alright. Wow, they've really gone for like a Hogwarts Fire Emblem, haven't they? It's pretty cool, to be fair.
Hi. Yes. So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes. Ah, so I guess this is just like character roster.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Okay, so she grants extra crit when enemies' health is below 50%, so she's like an executioner. Nice. They're all commoners at the moment, I noticed. I don't think any have like classes assigned.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Oh, she heals. She's got like an aura of healing. Awesome. That's pretty cool.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry. I'll make sure she finds her way to class. He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
But he's a berserker, alright.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him.
He's a mage,
and nothing
alright.
else. He's also fond
Oh, he can heal by
Now-
waiting. Okay, that's
now,
pretty cool.
If he had any
Self-heal.
work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
You just zoom in on them.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
Okay, so he gets extra hit and avoidance when he's at full health.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but Actually, that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Alright.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else?
Empress, but you know.
Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Alright.
Pardon me.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
Alright. Wait, can I see on the map where people will be? Dimitri and Claude are in here. Okay, cool.
What do you think?
It's literally Hogwarts. Oh my goodness. It's actually Hogwarts. This is incredible. Oh my god, there's a cat! There's a calico cat! Hell yeah! You know, I'm gonna get a cat soon. I'm so excited. I'll show her on my main channel when I get her. Can I pet the cat? Can I pet the cat? Okay, we can't pet the cat. Sorry everyone. Playthrough's over. I hope you enjoyed it. Fire Emblem was great, but well, it's ruined now. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Alright. Now that I'm offline, I'll keep playing.
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
I will say,
Have you met the folks
I
from the
quite
Golden Deer
like
House
all
yet?
three of the characters so far. I think they've actually introduced them well. It's kind of cool. I'll look through the whole rosters when we get more into combat stuff. I'm probably going to go with the Empire anyway. So. Oh, these are all characters that you can fight with. That's awesome. This is actually this setup is legitimately really cool. I love it.
What do you think?
So yeah, I'll check out all their rosters if I use them, but most likely I'm going to. Oh, there he is.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
No.
I appreciate your effort.
You're responsible for choosing which house to lead. If there are still students you've yet to speak with, try visiting each house's bedroom. Okay. I think I'm just going to pick Black Eagles. I like the whole Empire theming. It's kind of
How
cool.
are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
But surely
I
the other
must
two
note
would
that I am
already have
personally
one, so I just get
against
whatever's left.
entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick.
Okay.
Manuela and I will take charge
like a
of the
new
remaining
term.
2 houses.
This is going to give the game a lot of replay value, I'm guessing. Wow, they all have shit haircuts. That's amazing. House shit hair. It's Leicester. It's just Leicester. Most of them use magic. Hell yeah.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard, correct? Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Seth, I'm just gonna go out here and say, shut up.
I am so
mate,
sincerely
alright?
sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
That's alright,
I'm
tiny
in the middle
person.
of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Seteth's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Alright, well, it looks like we're in the Black Eagles now.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him.
Casper, you're benched.
It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor.
Linhart, gold
now,
star.
if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Double gold star.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I'm fine with that, gold star.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
And you can see me after class.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor.
Ferdinand, you're benched.
I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us.
I absolutely do.
In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status.
Why are you still talking?
Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Where's the go away Ferdinand option?
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Gold star.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut.
Alright, Petra, give me that gold star back.
Saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut. Oh,
Alright.
Please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others. I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes, but I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Alright, I'll allow it.
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Sure, Casper, you're sitting on the
Why will
bench.
the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book.
I'm gonna make
Let's
Bernadetta
all
be a
calm down and
frontline
have a
tank,
nice cup of
just to watch her have panic attack.
Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
Well, looks like we're teaching now. Danger radius. When you cast over an enemy, a danger radius showing their attack range will appear. Awesome. Okay, you just hit the trigger to see all danger radiuses. That's cool. There are new places to explore. Nice. And money. It's like Persona and Fire Emblem.
While you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are.
I love a man
They
who
are
speaks in
power
ones.
incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
You believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself.
I've heard the word crest so many times in the last minute that it doesn't feel like a word anymore. Do what you can.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this?
Well, I mean, it's on your cloak.
Pattern I've
It's...
never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
As soon as you turn around, it's going to lose your ship.
There are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Ahem. Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to
I like
that,
how we're still just
but
standing
to a
behind him,
greater degree
staring
than
at him.
usual.
That is my reaction.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month.
Awesome.
Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
The monthly schedule features different events on different days. Each week you'll have one day off, when you may choose an activity from the list. Your only option at first will be to explore. Select the calendar with directional buttons to view the schedule. Oops. So that's the battle in a few days. That's our day off. Alright, I guess we're going exploring, but we'll do that next time now that we're a professor. Time for a tea break, and we'll be back tomorrow.